Welcome to Ready Set Gamecast takes PAX West 2019 Day 2. We have a hot new intro and we're ready to go. This day we tried to get some more games in, not me, but these two played some hot video games, and one of them, of the people who played video games, was Teddy Chinaris. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I was one of them. What else would you like? No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to play more, but I ended up going to the Destiny booth, and I played that for a little bit. I walked around the show floor as well and got a better look at a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I want to play, but I gotta prioritize what I'll play for the next couple of days. But I played Destiny, which was nothing new, nothing huge. But I got to play Control on Widow's Court. It seems like I need to go back and look, because it seems like there's one line for Control, which is the biggest line, and then it looks like there's another smaller line to play Elimination, which is a new but old mode that they're bringing back that everybody's really excited about. So I might try and do that. But I played Control on Widow's Court, which is an old fan favorite map that they're bringing back. And I played with a bunch, the whole inventory is just all new guns. So I tested out a bunch of new guns. I wish I had the name of the auto rifle, because I want to get it when it comes out, because it was really good. It was a really good auto rifle. It was a slow firing, hits really hard auto. And then a fusion rifle, which charged insanely fast. So that was great. And then I played with a new exotic, it seems like a totally different type of weapon. It was like a machine gun, how it looked and the sights of it. But when you got heavy ammo, you got 3 shots, and I hit somebody at medium range with a shot in the knee, and it one-shot them. So it was kind of like a sniper, but like a machine gun with how it looks, and not a huge amount of recoil or anything. So that was cool and interesting. And I want to play. I'm gonna see if I can play Elimination maybe, because that would be cool. And I got a cool pin, and I got an emblem. So that's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else? Or
no, I played Destiny.
Bungie only has Destiny at their booth, right?
Yes.
Because you did specify the Destiny booth, and I'm I think it's technically the Bungie booth, but
sure,
that's all they got there?
Yeah, they only develop one game at the moment, yeah.
Speaking of somebody who's only got one game, the only thing I checked out was the Playdate, the hot new handheld coming to you if you buy one. This is kind of a unique handheld that has very simple. This is a sticker. If you're watching the video, I'm holding up a sticker. This is equally what the Playdate looks like, but it's not this thin. It's maybe a little thicker.
Hopefully not that tall and wide either. Hopefully
it's actually very compact. Size. I would say, Darren,
because that's tiny.
It's I would compare it to the size of a folded Game Boy Advance SP.
Okay.
It's about that size, but with a crank on the side.
Yeah, so they were showing off one game. The Playdate has just directional buttons, a B button, an A button, and a crank on the side, and that's your only controls. And some games are going to use all of them. Some of them are only going to use some of them. But the most, I think, interesting one is the crank, and they were definitely trying to show that off with the game that they were showing. Do you remember what the name of it was? I don't remember what the name of it was.
I thought it was called Playdate.
No, it that game had a title.
It was about a date. A robot going on a date.
No, it was something about time travel or something, but basically the game title had time travel in it. I will put dollars to no nuts on that. Anyway, you would turn the crank forward to move your character forward, and you could crank it back to move your character back. And you would solve puzzles based on this simple crank forward, crank back. For example, the part I got stuck on forever, I actually had to ask the guy running the demo, what do I do here? Was you would crank, and you would come upon a flower, and your guy would smell the flower. No matter how fast or slow you cranked, you would smell the flower. And I was thinking that if you cranked fast enough, you would skip over the flower, because you had to get to your date And he always wakes up when the date's supposed to start, so no matter what, you're gonna be late.
What a douche.
Yeah, but so he smells.
Early date. It's like early in the morning.
No, it's 3
p.m.
Yeah.
Why was he
taking a nap?
He had a nap.
Yeah.
He was very tired. So he smells the flower, and then later a butterfly comes at you, and if you touch the butterfly, you're done. You gotta start back over. So it turns out that what you had to do was once you get to the butterfly, crank backwards, and then you'll go back to the flower, and then you'll be ducking, so the butterfly will fly over you. But you said you actually solved that a different way.
I just went straight back all the way to the house and closed the door. And so I waited a lot longer because the butterfly had further to fly. But it worked.
Yeah.
It died at the door.
Yeah. So it seems that like you're controlling your character, but everything else is still moving at normal speed. But yeah, it feels... I think this is a really solid... It's a nice looking handheld. It's very solidly made. It feels nice. It's a boutique handheld. It's very gimmicky. It's I think coming out about $150. I don't know if we have a release date on that.
Soon.
Yeah. And it's cool if this is something you're into. I mean, you can definitely do some more research.
Something else worth mentioning is that all the games are going to be free to play.
Yeah. It's going to come out with I think just one, but then you'll connect it to your Wi-Fi, and more games will download as they get released, and you'll get a little. I think there's a light at the top that will come on to indicate you have a new game to play. So it's a fun little surprise for you. And I think it's an exciting thing. You know, we don't see, you know, kind of enough weird games, and this is very much a weird handheld. It's all dedicated to just being weird and trying something new. God, I know the people who made the Play Date are game developers, but I can't remember what they've made before. But no one's gonna look it up, so Darian's gonna tell us other things. Darian, what'd you play?
I also played Playdate, and then I played...
what do you want the Playdate? Do you think it's dope?
I think it's cute. I'm only going to get it if they have multiple colors.
What color you want?
I don't know, not yellow, though. Yellow pisses me off. I hate it.
Yellow pisses me off.
That's a real psychological thing. Like,
really?
Yeah, yellow triggers some people, and it triggers me. I hate that color. Oh my god. Anyway, I played a game called Elo Hell. It got my attention because in the little PAX booklet, they have a really, really cool jersey, and I didn't ask how to get it, but I really wanted it. And so I went to the booth, and I tried their demo, and it's like an interactive sitcom. And basically, you're just watching a character play, and there's a couple different mini games to play. One of them didn't make sense. The dev tried to,
I thought there was a bunch of salt shakers on the table, and I was just like, what's with the salt shakers? They're like, this is Elo Hell. It's a game about a person who's going pro in high school. I think they're esports or...
Yeah, he's trying to go pro at esports. They didn't quite get to that story in the demo, though.
I walked by the thing and saw the title and was like, that's hilarious. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Elo
Hell is a term in like League or a competitive game where you're stuck at a ranking, like you're stuck in, right? It's like if you're in bronze 4 or whatever and you're trying to get out and you can't, and you just keep going up and come back down, and you're stuck in Elo Hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't play competitive games, so I didn't know that.
That's why I thought it was funny when you is it esports? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I literally was like, Elo Hell, is this like Frick, what's the game where you go to hell and you have to party your way out?
Yeah, after party.
Yeah, after party. Yeah, I was like, is that like this? And it's like, oh no. This is like I watched her play and she was making pizza and I was like, yo, I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, so the story starts with the demo that I played starts with like the kid is just playing a match and the mini game is kind of like Guitar Hero. But you've got QWER on one side and the arrows on the other side. And the arrows are you shifting from butt cheek to butt cheek. And then QWER is like the rhythm style game. I didn't really understand what the butt cheek side was. And the dev tried to say, don't forget to do the arrows for the butt cheek thing, you'll get it when it comes up. And I didn't. I was waiting for it, and I had no idea what was going on. So that was fun. But it seemed really cute. The art style is really different. I've never seen people with such long necks in my life.
That gamer neck.
Yeah, the gamer neck for sure. And then it was just kind of cutesy. It's a story. It's an interactive sitcom, so it's got little jokes and stuff. And basically, you're watching a story unfold, and then there's mini games sprinkled throughout to keep it interesting. That's kind of
awesome.
Yeah,
I love that idea.
It's really cute. And then I played the demo first, I started the day, honestly, pretty much.
First I woke up,
and then I laid in bed for an hour and a half because we were going to get up early, and we didn't, and I was in hell. But we went straight to the expo hall, and by chance, I didn't know, but the demo for Final Fantasy VII Remake was a ticketed event. And I'm glad that we went straight there because I was told later that the tickets were out in 15 minutes. So had we not been there when we were there, I wouldn't have gotten to demo this game today. But it was amazing. The whole experience was cool.
Did you say the name of the game?
Yes.
Okay, Final Fantasy VII.
Remake. Yeah.
2.
No.
2? No.
Actually, no.
Skip the first part.
Actually, think about it. There will be a Final Fantasy Remake 2 because it's broken up, which is insane.
Final Fantasy VII
Remake 2
will be.
I don't think that's what it's going to be called.
I hope.
I hope it not.
I'm sure it's going to be like.
Do you think
episode 1 when it's released, and then episode 2 when the rest comes out?
It's really weird because they don't seem like there have been like quotes from people at Square literally being like, we'll figure out the next part when we get there. And it's
There's
like,
a lot.
which is weird because I feel like they would title it like Final Fantasy VII Remake Midgard, like Midgard, right? And it'd be the Midgard section. And you could like do that. I feel like that makes sense.
I mean,
and be an okay title.
The game hasn't actually come out yet, so they might still do something like that.
It's pretty late.
It is pretty late, but it's not too late.
It's true.
Yeah, no, the whole thing was an experience. Like, I went to wait in line, and on the outside of where you enter, there's like a Shinra construction site, and it's got like the no crossing lines, which was what the line was, and there was like traffic cones and crates and all sorts of cool stuff. So like the aesthetic was like there. It was like already ready to get you pumped. And then before you actually went and played the demo, you waited in a room with all the other people you were playing the demo with. And they had like 5 big monitors, and it looked like a train station, which is great because that's where you start the game at. And it plays a video that like introduces you to what you're going to be doing in the demo with one of the characters, Jessie. And she's telling you kind of what's going on and what to expect, how to play. It was like a weird tutorial thing where she explained to you what buttons to press, which was weird, but also kind of cool. And that was dope. And then you went in and you couldn't take any pictures of the area. So they had people post it. And like I watched someone take a cosplay photo, not intending to get the Final Fantasy booth in the background, but somebody ran out and chased them and made them delete the picture. Like they were not fucking around. You cannot take pictures in that area. But yeah, the demo plays out like the first mission in the first game, where you're going to bomb the Mako reactor, and it was beautiful.
Spoilers.
That's literally the first 10 minutes of the game.
So I've never played the first 10 minutes.
Okay.
Now I know.
12-year-old.
Sorry, it's been 22
Actually,
years.
I was about to say, I was like,
I knew eventually they would remake it, and this is my time.
They waited forever to actually do it. There was a long time where they were adamant about, no, we're not remaking this game. I think they finally just did it because...
Well, people were wanting it forever.
Yeah. People have been wanting it.
And there were also like rumors for a long time before it was officially announced.
Okay, so I played the demo. The demo was great. The combat style was so smooth and beautiful, and I loved it because the original game was strictly like turn-based combat where you select things to do and they play out. And this time it's got that feel to it where you can decide what each character is doing, but you're pretty much playing as a specific character most of the time. Like you switch between, in the demo, you switch between Cloud and Barrett. And you can do just regular attacks, like you can button spam, but the most effective way to do it is filling up your ATB gauge. And once you have like 1 or 2 bars at the beginning, you can select abilities or spells or items to use, and that'll take your ATB gauge down and activate whatever spell, ability, whatever you've chosen. And eventually by taking damage, you build up your limit, and that's badass because limits are fucking amazing. Yeah, so you play the first mini boss of the game, and that's where the demo cuts off. But the graphics are amazing. The soundtrack is beautiful. The combat just feels so fluid, and the voice acting is astounding. Like, I'm so hyped for this game. I cried like 3 times. It's so good.
I think I need to wake up really early and get in line for that. And then, because the appointment's like for later, right?
Yeah, they give you a ticket for a time slot.
Okay.
And you want to get there a few minutes early because I got really lucky. I got there like 8 minutes before my time slot, and I was like, hey, can I get in line? And they looked at my ticket, and they're like, one of the people was like, you're gonna have to wait, like, it's not your turn yet, you can come back. And the guy next to her was like, actually just like chill, because right across the way there were people waiting to get in line.
Yeah.
So I went and stood with them, and I was like 8th in line for my time slot, and I got so lucky. Ugh, it was great. I got really lucky today.
I need to make a list of games that are like, that I want to see that are really like big, that and just figure out when will be the best times, go and like try and maximize it. Cause like I want to play, Borderlands 3 is the main one that I want to play. I want to play Final Fantasy 7 remake. I'd like to play the Link's Awakening remaster. That would be really
I don't know if you're gonna be able to get
that's
that one.
That's one of those that are like, oh my god, there's no
overwhelmingly long.
Yeah,
unless you got one of the
Borderlands 3.
appointments.
Every time I walked past it was capped. Like the line was capped every time I walked past it. So I don't know. So tomorrow, yeah, I want to see. I think I'm gonna get in line really early to get a Final Fantasy 7 appointment, and then I think after that I'm gonna try, like, depending on when the appointment is, I'm just gonna keep walking past the Borderlands 3 and try and get in line for that. But other than that, I don't know. I'd like to see Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I'd like to play that. And maybe that Divinity Fallen Heroes game. And also, like, Control is already out, but, like, there's a bunch of different kiosks where I could play it. So, like, maybe I give it a shot, and if I like it, then I go home and buy it. It's just a little demo. And there's more, but I need to fully figure it all out.
I will say, I find that, I guess, an interesting thing about, I'm seeing a lot of games at this expo that are out.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are out. Like, there's a whole Dead Cells booth where you can just play Dead Cells. And it's, like, big. And I'm like, what? Dead Cells been out for, like, a year. And then there's Castle Crashers Remastered.
Well, that's a
remaster. There was one that's, like, the Hotline Miami collection. I'm like, cool. Like, I've played Hotline Miami. Like, there's a bunch. There's, like, at the Astro booth and whatnot, you can just play Fortnite and Apex, and there's, like, a bunch of PC booths where you can just do all that. And I'm not gonna lie, there are some, like, I was thinking, I didn't know if Destiny 2 was gonna have new content. I talked to somebody else and they said that it didn't, but I was like, there's no way. But if it hadn't, I was still like, should I? Because, like, it's kind of comfort food. But also, like, you're wasting time if you're not playing something new. So I was glad there was new content.
Well, that's all we saw for day 2 of PAX West 2019. I'm sure we'll be seeing some more stuff tomorrow. If there's anything you would like us to check out, leave a comment on the YouTube video or tweet at us if you're listening to the audio version, or do both. It's up to you. And we'll catch you next time we do this. Bye.